everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my Project 10 Uses / Shop My Stash project update, and I have a pretty good one. I have a lot of items rolling out. My dog is in the background. If you can hear him, he might snort quite a bit because he is a snorter. And yeah, anyway, so let's get started because these videos are super long. Also had to turn my fan off, so I might start getting hot. So yeah, it's a whole thing. I've already filmed this video and I had to refilm it, so let's just get started. So if you're not familiar, I'm due a Project 10 Uses / Shop My Stash, just because I felt like all the items that I was putting from my Shop My Stash I wasn't using enough. So I wanted to give myself, you know, I want to use these items 10 times. Now I have been known to roll out items at 7, 8, 9, there you go, he's snorting, 10 uses. For my eyeshadow palettes, what I want to do is, what I have been doing is using every single shade at least once and using the palette 10 times. I'm going to change that now. I'm going to use the palette 5 times, but also I will still include using every single shade at least once, because that's kind of, I want to continue to do a no pan left behind, but I just feel like using the palette 10 times is going to be a little bit of a chore at this point, because there are a lot of palettes that I still want to touch for the year, and I went through that in a whole video. So anyway, let's get through the palettes I've been working on this year. I guess I'll start there. So I've got the NARS Afterglow. This one I had in last month, and I had used all the shades already last month, but I hadn't used the palette 10 times. But because I'm changing it now to 5 times, I've actually used this 2 times this month, and I used it 5 times. So I've used it 7 times in total. That's absolutely fine. I actually only used 2 shades in here. So I think I just dipped in to this one and also the second one at one point as well. So not a huge amount. I probably could have rolled it out last month, but because I had the 10 uses last month, I didn't. But yeah, I really love this palette, and I'm glad that I got to use it again. The next one that I have is the Alba 2 Mini Ocean palette. This is from Odin's Eye. I really love this color story, but I don't think the formula is all that good. This shade in particular is pretty dry. However, this one is really nice. And I really like these blues. Those are really good. These are just a little bit boring, these ones over here. So in terms of the color story, I do like it, but it's not my favorite formula from Odin's Eye. If I compare it to the other palettes that I have. I would say it's the second best. Definitely the Verdandi one that I received has better quality, but I have used this 5 times this month. I didn't use it at all last month, and I've of course used all the shades, so that one's going to be rolling out. Next up, I've been working on the ABH Nouveau palette. I actually have done a 1 week 1 palette with a style video with this. I just haven't posted it yet. So you'll see that soon. It was the second most voted palette when I ran my poll on my community tab. So I thought, you know, anyone who had voted for it, I should give them a video. So I've done that. And that will go, yeah, that will go live, I guess, maybe in a couple of weeks. I'm not entirely sure. I am going to be going away for a while in September. So I'm trying to get some filming done in advance. But anyway, yeah, I really like this palette. I've used, of course, all of the shades. I have used the palette 4 times this month. Last month I used it twice. So, you know, I'm ahead of it. I've done more than 5 times, which is my new rule, so I'm going to be rolling that one out. And then the last palette I've been working on is the Naughty Nude from Huda Beauty. This one I have done a 1 week 1 palette, and that is posted on my channel if you want to have a look. But I found that this palette was a little bit redundant, not too versatile, to be honest, and I like a variety when I look at an eyeshadow palette. I do dip into lots of different palettes sometimes when I create a look. Like today I dipped into quite a lot of palettes. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a lot, but I did dip into a lot of palettes. But I don't know, when I'm just doing a 1 week 1 palette, I want to have a little bit of versatility, and this one didn't really have too much. But anyway, I used this 4 times this month, and last month I used it twice, but I have used all of the shades, so that one is going to be rolling out as well. So super excited. I'm going to be rolling in brand new eyeshadow palettes in for this month. Let's go into my lip products, because I tend to always have too many lip products. I'm going to keep some of these for this month. So the Ofra liquid lipstick in the shade Nude Potion. I really like this, and it's very, very nude. I've only used this 4 times this month. I'm going to keep it in because I do like the shade. The e.l.f. lipstick in the shade Tea Rose is their like lip pens. I'm also going to keep this one in. I've used it 4 times, and it's a beautiful mauve, so I am going to be keeping that one in as well. I feel like I've got more use to go with that one. However, I am going to be rolling out this Model Co lipstick. This one is in the shade Kitty, and I have used it 4 times this month, and I used it 5 times last month. So this one I can roll out because I've almost hit my 10 uses. I've got the Nabla lipstick here. This is in the shade Fool Me, and this is a beautiful red. Sometimes, depending on my lighting, someone did mention it looked very orange. It is definitely red, but my lighting might make it look orange. So anyway, this one I've only used twice this month, and I used it twice last month. However, I am gonna roll it out because I don't really see myself using red lip this month, so I kind of think I need to. And then I've got the Peach Poppy from Maybelline. This is a beautiful pastel orange lipstick. It looks a bit gross because it's got other lip products on there. But this one, I thought I would use more. I've only used it twice this month, and I had it in the project last month. I used it twice, so 4 times in total. But I am going to roll it out because I don't think that I'm going to get much use out of it in this next month, and I'd rather roll something in that I will use. And then I've been really liking this Kimchi one. This is the Kimchi High Key Gloss in Peach Pink, and I think it's so nice. So I've used this 7 times, just like this. It's very opaque for a lip gloss. I actually really like it. I really like the formula, and it's a beautiful peachy pink. I mean, that's the name of it, right? Peach pink. But I'm going to be rolling out. I've used it 7 times. I don't feel the need to keep it in another month to use it 3 more times, so that one's going to be rolling out. And then I've got a lip liner here, and I never use lip liners, but I have been using a lip liner to the point where it's actually like completely blunt. So I do need to sharpen it. This is the NYX Line Loud lip pencil in the shade Trophy Life. I really enjoyed this. I have used this though 4 times, so this one I'm going to be staying in. So I'll keep these 3 in, but roll everything else out. Okay, moving on to primers. I had 2 primers this month. I had the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This one I have used 5 times. I'm going to be keeping it in. I do enjoy it, and I might take it traveling with me. I just think it's a good one to travel with, so I might take that with me. This one I'm going to be rolling out though. This is the CBD primer from Primark, and this one I have used, how many times did I use it? I used it 3 times this month, and I used it 5 times last month, so 8 times in total. I'm going to be rolling out. I think that's enough, and I got some good use out of it. Right, moving on to more like face products. I've got the Essence Hydro Hero 24-Hour Hydrating Tinting Cream. This one is horrendous, absolutely terrible. I used it 11 times this month. I was really trying to make it work for me, but it peels too much. It only works with 2 primers that I currently have, and I just think it's too finicky. It just looks like my skin's coming off when I use it. It is so gross, and I just can't make it work for me. It's really annoying because I didn't really expect it. So yeah, this one is probably going to be declutter at some point. I'll put it back in my stash, but definitely don't recommend anyone purchasing it. It's absolutely atrocious. Even though it's cheap, don't get it. Next one I have is another cheap item, but it's actually really good. This is the Catrice True Skin Concealer. I really like this. I wish that I had a brighter concealer though. This one is in the shade Cool Cashmere, and it's a perfect shade tone from my actual skin at the moment. I think in the winter it's going to look a little too cool and a little too dark for me, but I really would have preferred a brighter color. So if I purchase this again, I would get a bright tone if I can. This one I did use a lot. I used this 19 times this month, so I really enjoyed that one. And then I've got the Sue Jackson Stick Bronzer. This one is in Contour Quartz, the lighter shade that they have. I thought it was going to be too light when I first tried it out, but I actually really like it. And this one I've used 10 times. So this one I can roll out. I really, really do enjoy it. I've kind of liked everything from Sue Jackson so far, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I think it's a nice contour stick, but I kind of use it as a bronzer. All right, I've got 2 base powders here. I've been working on the Glowish from Huda Beauty. This is the shade Fairlight. This one I've used 9 times, but I will roll it out. And I have a pan in it, which is really, really exciting. I did not have a pan before, and that was a really nice unexpected pan. One of 2 unexpected pans that I have so far this month. So you'll see the next one shortly. But yeah, this is really exciting. I really love this product, so you know I don't need to use it one more time to hit my 10 uses. And then the other powder that I pulled is the Rimmel Stay Matte. This one I've used 10 times. I already had a pan. I do think it's expanded. I'm probably going to put this in a project at some point to finish it up, probably for next year, like a long project. But yeah, this one I already knew that I liked it, so you know I just played around with it a little bit more. Alright, I've got two Nablas here. I've got the Nabla highlighter. This one is in the shade Ozone, and I've used this 10 times. I used it 4 times this month, and I used it 6 times last month, and the writing has almost come off. I really do like it. It's really beautiful, and it's not like a blinding highlight, which I really like, because when you look at it you kind of think it would be, but it actually looks really beautiful on the skin. And then I've also been working on the blush. This is the blush in Truth from Nabla as well. This one is a little bit more pigmented and you have to be a little bit careful with it. I've used this 10 times as well in total. I had it in last month. Last month I used it 7 times. This month I've used it 3 times. But yeah, really beautiful. Really love these two products. I think they're great. So these two items I'm going to be rolling out of the project, but I probably will just keep them with me. This is the Catrice Max It mascara. It's the only mascara that I currently have open, so I'm just going to keep using it until it's done. I'm not going to open up a new mascara. This one, I believe I used it like 20 times. Yeah, I used it 20 times this month, so I did get some good use out of it. And yeah, I'll just keep doing that. And then I've got the eyeshadow primer base from Beauty Bay. And this one I've used 10 times. It's the only one I have. The only other sort of base I have is the NYX Glitter Glue, which I don't really consider a base. I just use that for shimmer if I ever remember to. But this one I'll just leave out as well. I'm not going to track my uses anymore. It was just me to test it out. But I've tested it out now and I kind of like it. So yeah, I'll just use it when I want to. Alright, items that I'm going to be keeping in is this duo from e.l.f. This is the Cantaloupe duo. So you got the highlighter and the blush. I did roll it in specifically to use the blush more than the highlighter, but I've ended up using the highlighter more. I've used the highlighter 4 times and the blush twice. I do want to keep it in because I do want to pull it for the blush a little bit more. And then this Kiko one, this is the Tuscan Sunshine Blush Tuscan Iris blush, and this one I haven't used enough. I've only used this 3 times, so I definitely want to keep this in. I really like it. I just didn't find a chance to use it. Another one that I kind of failed was the Royal blush from Rimmel London. This is the cream blush in Majestic Pink. This one I've only used, yeah, I only used twice. No, once. I used this once, so I definitely need to get more use out of this one. All right, 2 highlighters here. I have the Soda Holding On Tight to You from Frozen 2. Whatever, I don't know what the name is, but it's a really nice highlighter. This one I have used 5 times, but I am going to roll it out because I actually feel like I know it pretty well at this point, and I don't, like there's other stuff that I want to roll in its place, and I don't feel like I need any more time to get to know it. I think it's really, really nice. I really like the color. It's not the best highlighter for me at this point. I think it's going to be a much prettier winter highlight, but I have obviously used it 5 times, so it's been fine. I've also used it in the inner corner. I feel like I've used it more than 5 times, but that's as much as I've tracked it. Anyway, I'm going to roll that one out, even though I haven't really hit the usage. This Becca one, this one I picked up because this is the Champagne Pop one. This is obviously with Smashbox though. This is not, you know, I don't know if they changed the formula or anything. I never realized that this was going to smell like champagne, which I'm not a fan of at all. I've only used this 3 times, so I need to use it a little bit more. So far, I don't really get what the hype was all about. But that one's going to stay in the project. These 2 are going to be rolling out. So this is my NYX Pure White Eyeliner. Really like this. I used this 10 times. I had it in last month, I believe. Yeah, I used it 6 times last month, and then this month I used it 4 times. So that is 10 times total. And then I have the Lord & Berry blush crayon, which I actually forgot to talk about in my last video. I used it once last month and I've used it once this month. This is going to go in declutter because I just think it's like, I hate this product so much. And yeah, I'm rolling that one out. And then my biggest surprise and delight was actually from the bronze cheek palette from Natasha Denona. Like my eyeshadow palettes, I usually want to use this like 10 times in total, but not every shade 10 times. I haven't used all of the shades, but I am going to be rolling this out because I feel like I've gotten some really good use out of it. I've used it 9 times in total, and My biggest surprise is that I hit pan in this cream highlighter right here, which I was not expecting at all. I used this 3 times and I hit pan. It is a beautiful cream highlighter. It's got a little flip of it's like a goldy yellow when you put it on, but it has a flip of pink, and it's really beautiful. And then I used this one as a blush quite a few times. I used that one 7 times as a blush, and then I had never used this darker shade, but I decided to do it this month, and I've used this 7 times this month, and I used it basically as a bronzer topper, or as a bronzer just on its own, and it was fine. This is the only one I didn't use this month, but I did use it quite a bit the last time I had rolled this into my Shop My Stash, so I don't feel like I need to. I just didn't reach for it. But I'm so excited that I hit pan in this. It was another unexpected pan, so I had 2 unexpected pans this month, which is really, really exciting. I didn't plan to do that, but you know, I don't know, it just, these creams were super dry when I first got this palette, but they came very emollient and creamy the more I used them, which is really fun to see, and kind of makes me want to try more from Natasha Denona cheap palettes. I think out of all of the palettes that she's come out with, this is probably considered the worst, so if I enjoy this one, I'm probably like all the rest. Anyway, so yeah, that is my update. So let's go shop my stash. Oh wait, no. I have one more. This one is the Laura Geller Spackle Mist. It's the Coconut Water Prime Set and Refresh. I have used this a lot. I think I used it, oh, not too much actually, only 15 times. I'm gonna be rolling this out and rolling something new in its place. I think that's it, so let's go do it. All right, so in terms of lip products, I think I'm gonna go with this. I've been wearing this a little bit on the side, and it's a beautiful, it looks pretty dark here. This is the Rosewood from Max Factor. It actually is a really nice color, so I'm gonna pull this one out. It looks a little bit more brown on my lips and less mauvey, but I do enjoy this. I'm gonna take this one out. I also wanna take out some of these Nomad ones maybe. I think I'm going to take these 2 out and play around with them. This is the Nomad from their Fête de Provence collection, and I just think it'd be nice to play around with both of these. So I'm having trouble reading these, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what the colors were called, but I'm going to take these 2 out. And then I think I want to take my other Nabla out, because I think it's a better color for this time of year. Yeah, I'm going to take this one out, which is kind of a really interesting sort of color. So yeah, that one I'm going to take out. And honestly, I think that's it for lip products, because I did keep in the other lip products. So let's move on. All right, so I've got my foundations over here. I think I'm going to pull, I think I'm going to pull this one. I know I used it not too long ago, but I kind of just want to use it. This one or this one. I think I'm going to go with the Wet n Wild one, the Photo Focus Dewy one. I just like the dewiness of it, and I might take this traveling with me, so it might be a really nice one to travel with, because I know I like it and I won't have to like faff with a foundation that I don't enjoy. Primers, this is hard. I think I'm going to take this one out though, the e.l.f. Jelly Pop. I don't really particularly like it, but I think I haven't used it in a while, and I think I want to pull this one out, so I'm going to take this one as well. And I think with powder, I'm going to take out the Laura Mercier loose powder that I have. I haven't used this in a really, really long time, so I'm going to take this and see how I feel about it. And then between these 2, I kind of want to take a powder. I know I just used this, the previous one, not this last Shop My Stash, but the one prior. And I haven't used the Brighten Up in a few months, so maybe I'll take the Brighten Up from Essence banana powder. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. And then concealer wise, I have so many concealers now, it's pretty bad. So let's think about this. Actually, the one that I kind of want to pull is the L'Oreal Infallible, or this Wet n Wild one. These I've used recently, so yeah, I don't want to take those. I think I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible just simply because I haven't used it in a while. And I did have some windowing. I don't have any windowing now, but it did look like it was getting low. So let me see what damage I can do with this one. Okay, so this is my cheek drawer, and I want to take a powder bronzer out because I don't have one out at the moment. I'm really missing one. I might take this Technique one because it does look dark, but it actually isn't that super pigmented, and it works really nicely. It's like a really cool bronzer, and I'm into that at the moment. So actually I think I'm going to take this one out straight away. And then with highlighter, I do want to take out, maybe I'll take this one out, the Beauty Bay highlighter in the shade Glaze. I haven't used this in a while, and I almost decluttered this, so I don't know, it just seems like something I need to play around with a little bit more and see if I really want to keep it. I think it leaves my skin looking too textured, right? I don't know. I think that's the problem I have with it. But let me take it out. And then another one that I want to take out is actually this Revlon one. This is the Mauvelous. I'm really into this color at the moment. So I just think it's a nice color for this time of year, moving into fall. So yeah, I'm going to take this one out too. And I have a little bit of a dip. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It'd be really nice if I can get more use out of it, and I don't know, maybe see a pan. That would be cool. I think I'm also going to take this Ofra one out. I always forget that I have it. It's the Snuggle Up Blush Duo highlighter, and yeah, I haven't used it in a while, and I think I kind of need to play around with it a little bit more. And this is more like that peachy tone that I usually like with blush. And then obviously you have the Ofra highlighter, so I think I'm going to take this one out as well. I don't think I'm going to work on a cream bronzer this month, just simply because I will be traveling and I doubt I'll take it with me. So I think I'm going to just leave the cream items as they are and not pull anything else, because I don't want to be too overwhelmed, because I do want to take quite a bit of makeup with me when I travel, just so I can continue using it. Alright, so as I said, I'm going to keep the mascara that I've been working on. I'm not going to open up a new mascara. Out of these sprays, I think it probably makes sense for me to take one of the smaller ones. I haven't even tried this one. This is the Happy Bliss Face Spray. Feel energized and hydrated with citrus fruit extract. I don't think this is not like a setting spray though. This is like a refresh or like a priming spray. So probably not the right one for me now. I could take this one out. Take this one out again because it's almost done, and yeah, maybe it looks like it's leaking actually, so I need to make sure this doesn't leak everywhere. But actually I'm going to take this one. This is from Makeup Obsession, which is the Makeup Revolution brand, and it's the So Dope makeup fixing spray with cannabis sativa. So yeah, I'm going to take this one out. I had wanted to take this Ofra palette out because I just haven't been using it at all, but I don't think this is a good month to take it out because I am traveling. So I'm not going to take out a face palette this month, which is annoying because I've been really enjoying going through my face palettes, and this would be the next one to take out, but I probably will take that out in the next Shop My Stash. And then in terms of eyeliners, I think I will take this one, which is the Ciate London Definer Liner. I kind of like this, so I think I'm going to take this one out and see if I can get some use out of it. It's not a crazy looking eyeliner at all. It's beautiful, like sort of a champagne pop. There, you can see it there. It's pretty, so I'm going to take this one out. Okay, so I haven't cleaned my drawers in a while, as you can see, but I think, see, this one would be so nice to take out, but I know I'm not going to get much use out of it, so I'll wait one more month before I take that one out. I do think I want to take this one out though. This is the Fête de Provence from Nomad, and I've only used it the one time, so I kind of want to use more of the shades. So I'm going to take this one out and see how much use I can get out of it. I think also it's finally time for me to take the Alva out from Oden's Eye. Kind of feel like I need to play around with it a little bit more. You know, it's not the best formula from Oden's Eye, but I haven't tried every shade, so I do want to play around with it a little bit more. and see if I can change my mind about it. And then in this drawer, which is an absolute mess, I do need to tidy up a little bit, I'm going to take this one out. So this is from Makeup Revolution. It's the Hydra Turtle palette. And it looks like this. I want to take this one out. It's a little bit, it's quite a bit blue, but I've only used it the once and I do want to give it more love. So this one I'm taking out. I think also I'm going to take one more out because I want a little bit of green. So I am going to take this neon one from Primark. Yeah, I'm going to see if I like this. You know, I really love the color story and I love the tones. It's just the formula lets it down, obviously, because it is from Primark. But I'm going to pull this one out because I do remember liking this shade, and this shade is not so bad, and I'm sure I can work with some of it. So, you know, it's been on my chopping block for a while. I need to pull it out. I need to play with it, and I do like green still at the moment. So, yeah, I want to take this one out. Alright, so these are all the new items I'm taking out this month, and obviously I'll still work on all the items that I still have. Yeah, that is it. Pretty excited. It's a little bit of a different mix of items, but you know, I'm going to be traveling and I don't want to take too much. I mean, there's still 4 eyeshadow palettes here, so I imagine I'll have them in for a couple months. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!